Evening, everyone. I'll be with you in a tick. Hi, Lynn. Hello, Helen. If you're watching on catch up, just forward this bit because it's a bit boring when we're all chatting to each other. Okay. Sarah's watching. I know you're watching, Sarah. Antonella, don't watch, do it. Hi, Julia. Right. Are you ready? If you go to the end of your mats, Ian Edwards is watching. Blimey. Can't do it, you've just had dinner. Last time you just had a drink. You're here. Sam's on the sofa. Much better picture. Brilliant. Hi, Christine. Right, lovely shot of my bum. Right. Gentle mobility. So if you come to the end of your mats, feet are hip distance apart, arms just hanging down by your sides. Have a glance, see what your hands are doing. Are the palms facing backwards? We're going to sort the position of the shoulders out, maybe a little bit hunched over. So we're going to roll the shoulders up towards the ears, glide the shoulder blades down the back. Be mindful that when you do that, you don't push the rib cage forwards, okay? So feet are grounded, you're just going to roll up, glide the shoulder blades down. Now don't force them down. If you force them down, it's going to restrict the movement through the thoracic spine. So nice soft arms, rolling the shoulders up, gliding the shoulder blades down the back, but not forcing them, and hold here. Now think of your weight distribution. If you're comfortable with it, close your eyes and just transfer the weight forwards and backwards. Okay, taking out your line of vision gives you a little bit more focus, but obviously if you suffer from vertigo or anything like that, keep your eyes open. If you do have balance issues at the moment, keep a chair handy, okay? So just going forwards and back, forwards and back. Then we're going to go stop between the middle of the two extremes, and then we're going to go from side to side. So it's a gentle transfer of weight side to side, and if you're happy with keeping the eyes closed, it'll give you a little bit more feedback. So we're just going side to side, and then we're going to establish our standing neutral. We've got we're evenly balanced through our left to right side. I want you to be mindful of your knees. Make sure they're not locked. Make sure there's not forward flexion at the hips, so working through your glutes, you straighten, and then I want you to lengthen either side of your waist. A lot of people, when I say lift, the ribs, just lift the front. We want to lift the whole of the rib cage away from the pelvis. And going back to the shoulders, making sure they're just relaxed and down. Draw the chin in, because a lot of people tend to jut the chin forwards, okay? So we draw the chin in. Now that might not feel natural to you, but it means you're in neutral and you're not jutting your chin forwards, particularly this time of day. End of the day, you know, you've been forward flexed. So we're standing nice and tall. We're going to add a deep, full breath. I want you to inhale through the nose, and then you're going to slowly, fully exhale through the mouth. So arms down, ready. Take a deep breath in, full breath, inhale. The exhale lasts longer, bringing the arms down. As you bring the arms down, think of lengthening through your midline, or lengthening from the crown of the head as you bring the arms down. And we're going to go again. So it's an inhale, full breath. And we want the exhale lasting a little bit longer. Exhale fully. And then inhale. If you feel at all lightheaded, just just calm the breathing down a bit. Hold here. Now, although your arms are lifted, draw the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to reach the left arm up towards the ceiling, draw the right arm down, and you're getting a stretch through the side body. Reach as you inhale, exhale, pulling the elbow down. Reach, bring the arms to here. Now, chances are the shoulder blades have separated in your upper back. Think of the shoulder blades like sliding doors, opening and closing. We're going to close the doors and then we're going to open the doors. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing my shoulder blades together and then they're separating again. So it's draw together and exhale as you reach. And together and exhale as you reach, bringing them back into normal position, bringing them down to here. We're going to roll down. If you only want to roll halfway, that's fine. If you want to walk down the legs using your hands, that's also fine. Establish your position again. Tuck the chin. With our exhale, we slowly roll, and if you want the support of the legs as you roll down, that's absolutely fine. Rolling through that segmental control, I want you to bend the knees. Now, it's not about touching the floor, so I don't want you to worry if you're not touching the floor. Just bend your knees to release the hamstrings, let the head hang, and then straighten the legs as much as you can, and then bend. Straighten the legs, bend. And again, straighten, bend. Straighten, bend. Straighten, but don't lock the knees and roll up. You want to be symmetrical. Shoulders are back and down. We're going to take it into the hips now. So I want you to take the weight slowly, transfer the weight into your left leg. So it's a slow transition of weight. The right leg, the foot is flexed and off the floor. This is when you may need a chair if you suffer with balance problems. We start to swing the leg. Now there's a little bit of movement, natural movement through the lumbar spine, but you're trying to keep as stable as you can. Forwards and back. Ready? We're going to tap that toe forwards, then we're going to rotate the leg, and then we're going to bring it back. Forwards, externally rotate. Keep going. Forwards, tap, externally. Forwards, rotate. Forwards, rotate. Forwards, rotate. Bring that foot back in. We're going to do the other side. It's a slow transition of weight. Try not to lean. Keep as neutral as you can. Leg, lengthening out of the hip, which is important. Try not to bend the leg. And then we start the swing. If you want to, you can bring in arm lines if you feel stable enough. And if you feel unstable, you can always hold on to a chair. Feel the glute contract as you take the leg behind you. Forwards and back, forwards and back. Mobilizing the hip. And then we're going to tap. Semicircle. Now you can keep this movement small if you prefer. Okay, so it's a tap, semicircle, tap, semicircle. Quite a nice one because we had quite a mad class this morning. Tap, semicircle, tap, semicircle. Bring the leg back in, back to the breath. We're going to take it from the start. Inhale. Full exhale. The exhale lasts longer than the inhale. So you're clearing the lungs. And then we inhale again. And we hold, drop the shoulders down. We side flex, drawing the elbow down, getting side flexion through the spine, stretch through the waist. Reach up. So we reach the fingertips up, pull the elbow down. Stretch. Reach. Bring the elbows forward. So we're going to close those sliding doors. Draw the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach them, separating them, and then we squeeze, and then we reach, squeeze, and then we reach. Bring the arms down, shoulders are neutral, so just roll them up, glide the shoulder blades down. Take a breath in, we're going to roll down. So if you want to leave this out, if you've got issues with your spine, or you want to go straight through with it, that's fine, but if you want to reduce the range of movement, that's also fine. Tuck your chin and roll through. So we're trying to get segmental control. Think of a bicycle chain. We want movement into each link. Hold. Bend the knees. Let the head hang, no tension in the neck. Straighten the legs. and bend. Make sure the knees are staying in alignment with the hips and they're not going out to the side. So we straighten and bend, straighten, bend. Hold it. We begin to straighten the legs but without locking them. Roll up. Shoulders back and down. We find ourselves back into our standing neutral. And remember, neutral might not feel natural. Don't poke the chin out. We're going to take the weight into our left leg. Right leg is straight. It's lengthening out of that hip before we move. So it's a little bit of a lean, but not too much. We begin to just swing that leg, mobilizing into the hips. The top of the femur, moving in the hip joint. Again, if you need support of a chair or anything like that, that's absolutely fine. Forwards and back, forwards and back. Keep the movement really small if you suffer from balance issues or your ankle or knee doesn't like it on the other side. Then we're going to tap, semicircle, tap, semicircle. You go to your comfortable range of movement. Tap, semicircle, tap, and then we bring that leg back in. We're going to go with the other side. So again, that standing leg, you were strengthening, the other side you were mobilizing. So we change sides, slow transition of weight, keep the waist long. Make sure you've got nothing in the way. And then swing. Forwards and back. So feel how the top of the hamstring into the glutes firing as you take the leg back behind you. But don't think of lengthening the abdominals as you take the leg behind you as well. Think of strong center. So you've got a connection with your core. Forwards and back, forwards and back. Ready for taps? Tap, circle, tap, circle, tap, circle, tap. Two more, tap, tap, and back in. Okay, legs might ache a little bit. We're gonna just do a little bit of ankle work. So make sure your feet are in line, your second toes in the line with the patella, so you're not too externally rotated. And we're just going to pedal push the feet. At one point, both heels are lifted, so you're not kind of doing this. That's taking the easy pathway. We lift, down, lift, down. Now imagine you've got a book on your head. So you're lifting and you're controlling it. And you're keeping stability through the pelvis. So you're keeping stability through the lumbar spine also. And rest down. Now we're going to lose contact with the floor with one leg, obviously. So you can always put your hand on the chair again if you suffer with balance issues. I want you to think of the leg floating up. Okay? And lower. Slow transition. So as you place that foot down, you slowly lift. So it's not a plonk. You're lifting and you're lowering. Think of a spirit level running between each hip bone, and as you lift, that bubble stays in the middle. And down, lift and down. Keep going. Lifting and down, lifting and down. Again, ready to bring in the arm lines. So we lift, down, lift. You can actually lift the leg a little bit higher than you normally would, and it will help to get that lower back mobilized. So we lift, lower, lift. So you again try and keep stability through the pelvis as you lift and lower. Now let's reach out to one side, and you feel it go more into the side body as you reach the arms away. Pull back, reach, pull back, reach. Who's actually doing this and who's just watching? Got it on in the background. Reach and back. Reach and back. Ready to work the back of the legs. So we're going to counterbalance slightly. We're going to take the weight into the right foot. Reach the arms. Take that left leg behind you. Hold. Let's take it into balance. Coming back, and then we're going to do the other side. Standing leg is soft, we're not locking it, okay? So we take the foot down, we slowly transfer the weight, a little bit of a counterbalance with the arms, loading that leg, reaching, coming into balance. Pull back, and down. Okay, we're ready to transition to the floor. End of the mat. We're going to go into 4-point kneeling. If you've got a kneeling issue, you can come onto your tummies and we'll do some adjustments. Okay, let's start with a deep breath in because it just sets the body up so well. Inhale, full exhale, centering. All the principles that we've just been through. Roll down. Soften the knees if you need to. Walk the hands forwards. We're in 4-point kneeling. Now, if your wrists don't like it, you could come down onto your forearms, but make sure you don't push the shoulders up towards the ears. You're going to reach your left leg away from you. Hold it. Start to tick-tock that leg. Now, I don't want much movement. Think of just the leg moving initially. And then you're going to start to make the movement a little bit bigger so that the pelvis is moving with you. The waist is shortening on one side and lengthening on the other. And maybe look at the foot. Attempt to look at the foot as you look over your shoulders. Okay, leave it here. Come down onto your forearms, giving the wrists a break. We're going to bend that leg, but try and keep the knee from coming towards the floor. So as you bend, keep the height there, push towards the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and in. Just shake the wrists out. Going to do the same, other side. So what we're doing is working with core, and mobility of the spine and the hip, then we're taking it into strength through the hamstrings and the glutes. So we're back the other side, so it's your right leg this time. Stability through the shoulders. If your wrists play up, there's a little trick. Roll up your mat and have your hands like this so they're not fully flexed. Okay, right leg, extend. Just think of the leg moving independently, and then it starts to increase that range, and the spine, the pelvis moves with you. You can look over your shoulders at your leg or your foot if you could. Don't worry if you can't see it, but just work with the mobility that you've got. Full range. And bring that leg back in, giving the wrists a rest. We come down onto forearms, stabilise the shoulders. That same leg we lengthen away. Now we're going to bend the knee, but try and avoid the knee coming towards the floor. Here we go, bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knee in. Sit back, child's pose. Rolling up, kneeling. Okay, get the length. If you struggle with your knees, come down into this position here, and I want you to do leg lifts. Okay. Other than that, we're here. You're going to extend your left leg away from you. Okay. If your hips don't like it, equally, you come down and you just do side leg raises. I don't want you to be in pain in any way. This leg is going to move in the hips, so you're going to feel it this side. Reach, 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 hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not for everyone, this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push back, bring that leg in. Extend the other leg away. So any discomfort, come down into side line. We'll meet you there in a tick. Reach. We're reaching, we're challenging those stabilizing muscles as we lift that leg up, bring to the floor, and 10 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push back. Feel how you are working both sides then. Okay, we're going to come into seated. Okay. Sit nice and tall. We're going to do a gentle rolling exercise. It's not going to be too dynamic. I want you to think about the spine in the pelvis, and I want you to think about when you inhale, lifting the spine out of the pelvis. Visualize that inhale, it's not, but visualize that it's pumping up all the discs in the back. So sit tall. Take a breath in. You can press behind the back of the legs. Inhale. Now, are you evenly balanced through your sit bones? If you've got a dominant side, you might not be. So a little bit of rocking won't do any harm. Find that center, and I want you to tuck your tailbone under. Okay, so you're rounding through your lower back, and then you're coming back to here, lengthening. With an inhale, lift. Exhale, we tuck the chin, tucking the tailbone under. Everyone varies with this one, okay? It depends what sort of posture you've got. Inhale, if you've got quite a stiff back, you're not going to get much movement through the lumbar spine, but this will help. And then we come back to here. Now we're going to challenge it a little bit further and lift those legs. Hold. What the shoulders doing, make sure they're not starting to tense. Now, the aim is to come slowly to the floor. Slow, slow, slow. Feel the abdominals working against gravity. To the floor. And then we rest down. From here, we're going to come back up. This is the hard bit. Okay, you can use a little bit of momentum if you need to. So we inhale as we tuck the chin without lifting the head off the floor initially. So we tuck the chin. Exhale. Lift. And we're back up into seated. Going to go again, evenly balanced. Take a breath in. Exhale. Lying, and we're going to go again. So holding on, you've got that, use the legs as a tool if you like. Inhale, tuck the chin, lift, slowly exhale, lift, hold. Now we're going to stay down there in a tick, okay? So take a breath in, tuck under, balance. Come further, but I want you to keep the shoulder blades lifted off the floor. Hold here, single leg stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 more. And rest down. Okay, release the neck. We're going to go into a rotation now. Just keep the feet on the floor, arms nice and wide. You've got a nice wide centre, if you like, to support you. Activate through the core. Let's keep the ribs still actually. Place your fingertips on the ribs. Rotate over, but don't bring the ribs with you. So you're limited in the movement. And then we pull back. Feel all the muscles working, pulling you back. And then the feet are flat. Your pelvis is back in neutral. Then you take a deep breath in and rotate over without moving the ribs. Pull back. Take your arms wide. We're going to allow for a little bit more movement here. So the top of the base of the rib cage will move with us, but the shoulder blades still remain down. Take a breath in, rotate. Head can go the opposite way. Hold it if it feels right for you. Pull back. Center. Other side. Pull back. Okay, so I'm going to put a sequence together here. You are very welcome to keep your feet down when we do the rotations. I'll give you alternatives. So if you've got a bit of a vulnerable back today, I don't want you to take both feet off the floor. We'll go with singles. And what you're going to do is tap, tap, tap the leg away and then draw back. Okay, so it's a tap, 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 that variation for people with a little bit of a vulnerable back at the moment and they don't want to work two legs at the same time. Or lift both legs, keeping in neutral to start with. We're going to come out neutral when we rotate. Here we go, here we go. 1, 2, 3, bring back, same leg. 1, 2, 3, keep that leg straight, lift it. And rotate over. Pull back. Bend. Other side. Tap, tap, tap. Return. Tap, tap. Keep the legs straight. Lift. And rotate. So you're loading it. But you can always keep your legs on the floor for the rotation if it's too much. Pull back, bend. Ready for it again? Tap, tap, tap. It's quite tough this. Tap, tap, tap. Straight leg lift. Rotate over. So when you rotate, the straight leg's on top. Come back. And last side. 1, 2, 3. Return. 1, 2, 3. Keep straight. Lift. Rotate. Pull back. And down. Bring your knees in. And just rock. Okay, we're going to come into a side lying, forgot the mic, side lying position. So, I know some people are, no, we're not going to use the ball, we're going to come down. If you're uncomfortable in side lying, you might need a little bit of a rolled up towel underneath your hip. You've got a little bursa there, but sometimes it's just not enough and you need a bit more support, so you could use a rolled up towel or something like that, just to adapt. You can have a cushion, but have a small cushion. So we're going to reach, lengthen, hold it. Are you being lazy into the floor with your waist? Lift the underside of the waist. Lengthen both legs out of the hip. Lift the arm over. Reach the fingertips, reach the toes. Hold. Any discomfort, just come out of it. Hold. Breathe. It's all about the lengthening here, lengthening both sides. Now rotate the palm of the hand, the arm underneath, down, and we're going to lift. 1, 2, use this for leverage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll onto your tummies. Remember what side you've just done, okay? Remember what leg you've just lifted. And we're going to do some gentle extension. Reaching the arms forwards. Draw the shoulder blades down. Lift. It's nice and gentle. We're not going deep into the extension. Peel down. You can bring your hands closer if it feels right for you. Peel up. Hold. Make sure the shoulders aren't pushing up towards your ears. Peel down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Push back into child's pose. We're going to do the other side. side lying. Okay, so you want to make sure your legs aren't carried behind you. You want to make sure you can see your toes if you like, so you know you're not carrying the legs behind you, or use the mat as a guide for a straight line. Support the head. Inhale. As you exhale, think of lengthening. Hold it. Think of someone pulling your toes, pulling your fingertips away from you. Ready? Palm down. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to get my mic. 8, 9, 10, and lower. Come onto your tummies. Let's change it here. Instead of having the arms reaching forwards, have the goalpost arms. So if I come facing forwards, my arms are here. Right, we're going to come up into extension. Visualize you've got a marble underneath your nose and you want to roll it away. So we go for extension through the cervical spine. So we roll it away, start to lift, lift, lift. Hold, drop the shoulders down, peel down with the same quality in which you came up with. Hold here. I want you to look at your left hand. We're going to lift and lower. Look at your right hand. Lift and lower. Ready? We're going to go through our centre again. Imagine that marble underneath your nose. Here we go. Roll it away. We're not hinging, we're extending. So you're creating movement between each vertebrae. Coming down. Look at your right hand this time. Lift. Lower. And the other side. Lift. Lower. Now we're going to take it into our lower body. So staying on your tummies, if you're comfortable enough on your tummies, we're going to go into a rotation to get movement in the lower back. I want you to have the diamond shape with the hands. Rest. Okay, imagine you've got broken glass underneath your tummy. We're going to lengthen and lift the right leg out of the hip. So I've just lifted the leg up, but it's very, very straight. I've kind of really lengthened it out of my hip so the contraction goes to the right, the top of the hamstring into the glute. And then I'm going to reach it over. We've sort of prepared the upper body for this, so we'll get more range of movement. Bring it back. All the time you're lengthening your leg out of your hip. And we're going to go again. Drop the shoulders down, left leg, lift, don't bend the knee. Reach. Come back. Should we go again? I think we should. Lengthen, lift. Carry it over, reach it away. Knock the banner down. Come back. Lie down. One more time, other side. Draw the shoulder blades down. Lengthen, lift. Straight leg, don't let the knee bend. Take it over. Come back. So here, push back, child's pose. One thing more to add, if you feel uncomfortable in prone lying, you may just need a little bit of support underneath your tummy, okay? So, grab a cushion. Have I got one? I'm going to grab a cushion. Grab a cushion. I'll meet you back there. Someone's pinched my cushion. I'll use a blanket. How dare they? Right. Side lying. Reach the arms. My legs are bent, my hips are in line with my feet are in line with my hips. I'm reaching my arms forwards. Now if you've got issues with your shoulders, I'm going to give you a variation. You glide the hand up the inside of the arm below it. Open out to the side. Bend the arm in. Reach it. So it's a little bit kinder for the shoulders, that one, or you can do with a straight arm. Now I want you to keep the legs where they are. So the arms guiding the thoracic spine into rotation. Come back with your exhale. People teach this different ways. I think inhaling just makes sense as you open up because the ribs expand. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong if you do it on the exhale. So you can sort of choose your variation. Hold the open position. Bring the legs to center. You'll find that you're a little bit shifted off the mat. So I'm going to change direction because it's just a little bit impolite if I'm facing the wall. So we do the other side. See if there's a difference. Glide up, open out, do what suits you. Set my hand on fire on a candle. Bend. And then if you want to, full arm. Don't lock the arm, keep it slightly bent. Coming back. And again, lift. Coming back. And we're going to lift and hold just for a moment. Bring back. Coming up into a seated position. How's everyone doing? All right. We're going to come up into standing. So if you want to, make your own way up into standing or just flip your feet under like that. It's up to you. Ready? Push the hips back. Now we're going to bend and straighten the legs, lifting the heel on one side. Heels down, roll up. Lo and behold, we're back where we started. Feet are flat, think of your neutral, no locking knees, lengthening through the front of the hips. We've done some of that, so you might feel more lengthened, standing tall, feeling evenly balanced. Take a breath in. Hold it. Pull the elbows down, stretch. Lift up, pull the elbow down.